Hey, what's going on, guys? Denim Angel coming at you with another vlog here. I haven't uploaded my last video yet. I gotta go home and I gotta do that, and then I'll upload this one. So, two things. I just wanted to make a video on. Today is the start of my 8-day. I don't want to say water fast. Fuck, man. The sun's bright. My 8-day fast, and it's not a water fast. It's a fast, but there are some exceptions, like milk, protein, coffee, Gatorade, vitamins, water, obviously. Stuff like that. So it's not exactly a water fast, but it's pretty close. I'm gonna need the protein and the electrolytes to get through this shit. Energy drinks are allowed, just as long as they're like the zero ones with like no sugar and shit. Gatorade does have some sugar in it, but I'm allowing it because the electrolytes. It's gonna be hard to pull this one off because it's an 8-day, and not only is it an 8-day fast, but it's also on my long stretch of work. So I'll be working the whole fucking time, and possibly going to the gym on my off days where I don't work my second job. So yeah, this is day one of my fast, and I'm calling this the Road to 140. And the reason I'm calling this the Road to 140 is because right now I am at a standstill with 150 pounds. My BMI, with me being 5'10", I think that's my height, 5'10", my BMI says that I can go down to 130 if I want, and it would still be considered healthy. Anything below 130 would be considered unhealthy. So I've lost 25 pounds within the last year since I broke up and moved back to my mom's. I'm trying for 140, but it is hard to do at 150 because your body goes into survival mode, and it is very fucking hard to do. Losing fat at this stage is hard to do, but I'm gonna try. I have been doing intermittent fasting, and the gym I haven't been going to as much recently, but I'm going to be changing that. So yeah, today marks day one of the Road to 140. So, and I'm doing 8 days because everybody does a 7-day water fast, but I'm going 1 day further. And another reason I'm doing it is because everybody does 6 days and then they just pig out on their 7th day. So really it's technically a 6-day water fast, not a 7. I'm doing an 8 days, so I'll be fasting for actually 7 days, and on my 8th day I'm allowed to eat. So technically I would really consider that a 7-day fast, 7-day water fast, or fast, because I'm not pigging out on the 7th day, I'll be pigging out on the 8th day. But whatever, we'll just call it an 8-day fast. So that's why I'm doing that. 7-day water fast is people doing it for 6 and pigging out on their 7th. That's not a 7-day water fast, that's a 6-day water fast. But they call it a 7-day because on the 7th day they get to eat. But that's, I don't know. I don't think that's right. Hold on, I gotta order my uncle a coffee here.
And all change. There's coffee. Hi, how can I help?
Hi, can I get an extra large regular coffee, please?
Anything else?
No, that's it.
2:30.
All right, thank you. So, that was the one piece of tidbit of information. Then the second piece of information. But now you probably have already guessed what class I'm playing on WoW Hardcore or Soul of Iron. So I've been developing a build recently that is going to be a pure survival build for hardcore, but I had the build perfected. It was the 3318 build, and I'll explain what that is in a moment.
Hi, 230.
There you go. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So, okay, so what I'm talking about, a 3318 build. And if you guys haven't already guessed it, I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious what class I'm playing. It's a paladin. The class, or the build I was going for was a healer / protection tank, so I guess it's a tank healer build. Problem is that if I'm playing by the hardcore, like the official hardcore rules, that gets me into the Hall of Legends. It's an online thing. You're recorded into the Hall of Legends, but you have to do it right. So Blizzard implemented Soul of Iron, but they only implemented the rule that you can't die. Right? Pretty simple. The community has developed something else. Well, it's the same thing, but there are more rules to it. So if you're playing Soul of Iron, you can do whatever you want, just as long as you don't die, right? That's that. Like, okay, so you Jesus fucking son. You don't die on Soul of Iron. That's great. You done it, you finished it, you completed it. That doesn't mean you get into the Hall of Legends. That just means you've done Soul of Iron. Getting into the Hall of Legends is something else completely. You have to do Soul of Iron, and there are other prerequisites you have to follow. Now the thing is, with Hall of Legends, there's a couple of rules. Some of them I'm not sure I agree with. So basically, one is you can't use the auction house. You can't buy and you can't sell. Second thing is, you can use any items you want that you find or you craft. So, here's the thing. Obviously, I'm going blacksmithing, right? Paladin makes sense. You know, you want to deck yourself out mail and plate. Right? Common sense. Well, here's the thing. The build that I had originally going for my paladin incorporated a shield, right? Shield and one-handed mace. Because I wanted to do stamina intellect, right? Because I need health, I need mana. Problem is, with blacksmithing on that fucking game, apparently blacksmith don't make shields. And get this, not only do blacksmiths not make shields, blacksmiths don't even make one-handed weapons, for fuck's sakes. Like, what the fuck? So guess what? My build, bye-bye, goes out the fucking window because I can't make shields and I can't buy off the auction house. So where do I get a shield from? I'm not spending hours upon hours upon hours trying to farm a fucking shield. You know, or buying a piece of shit white fucking shield from the vendor. No, fuck that shit. I mean, you could, but no. That's if I decide to play hardcore Hall of Legend rules, which I think I'm going to try. I want to go down into the Hall of Legends. So, there goes my fucking protection shield build, so I had to tweak it a little bit. So, obviously, at this point, I'm going to be using two-handed weapons, which the DPS is going to be a huge increase. That's great. But I had to reconstruct my build. So this is going to be quite the hybrid build I've got going on, but it's going to be a nice survival one. So I'll be using two-handed weapons for DPS. I got skills and retribution for my might and parry. Since I can't block, I'll be fucking parrying. I got skills into my protection for increased armor value from items or gear and increased armor from my devotion ore. Now, I can't put points into fucking shield and blocking because, well, I won't be using one. Because, why? Can't fucking make one. Blacksmithing cannot make shields. I'm sorry, but that don't make fucking sense to me. Whatever. Now, the rest will be going into Holy. Now in Holy, I don't understand why there's a strength talent, but apparently there's one that increases strength, one that increases intellect for my mana, so I can pop off heals. So I'll be doing that. I'll be increasing my Holy power for healing. Improving my Blessing of Wisdom for mana regeneration if I ever need to switch over to Blessing of Wisdom to regenerate mana, but I'll probably have Blessing of Might on for my attacks. And honestly, I was thinking on playing a hybrid class where I had like a Mace and Shield for defensive and healing, and then having a two-hander for offensive if I needed to switch to it. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case anymore because, well, good luck getting a fucking shield. And you can only either find a shield, you can't make one, you can't buy off the auction house. Which is stupid because I would like to sell on the auction house to make money, but they're like, oh no, if you want to go down the Hall of Legends, you gotta fucking, you can't sell on the auction house, and you can't trade with other people unless they're hardcore. So I can only trade with Soul of Iron people, I guess. I think that's what I'll have to relook at the rules. Yeah, so I mean, the only fucking money you're getting is from quests or fucking vendoring. I think that's kind of stupid. Like, but it is what it is. I guess this is why they call it hardcore. Like I always used to make my money and sell on the auction house my leathers, but I'm not even going to be doing leather anymore. I'm not going to be doing skinning. So yeah, I'll be doing that, and I'll be doing a Holy Shockedin build, I guess. It's where one of your big nukes is either, well, you can use a shock to heal or DPS, but this is going to be a crazy build, but it's going to be an all-around, defensive, offensive, and healing. It's going to have everything, so hopefully we're going to see how well this works. And I'm going to have a talent that gives mana back if I do a critical heal. I'm going to have, this is going to be an everything build, so I don't fucking die. It's gonna be crazy. I will link the build if you guys want to try this hardcore build out with me. I will link it down in the description below. I'm testing the build. I tested my 3318 build out on the test server on Season of Mastery server. You can instantly make a 60. It worked. It was good. The DPS was a bit slow, but it worked. I was able to survive. I did a couple of dungeons, lower dungeons, and it proved good. So, but now that I can't use a shield, that kind of fucks me over, and I'm going to be relying off of crafted fucking gear, which doesn't have shields, and it's two-hander, which I guess is okay, but I have to do a different sort of build now. So I tweaked it around a little bit, and I'm pretty comfortable with this build. I think it's a 31-10-10. I want to say 31-10-10. Because you get 51 talent points, right? I think. You get 51 talent points. So, wait, how does this work? You get 51 talent points. 31 into Holy. 10 into Protection for the extra armor value from your Devotion Aura and your gear. And 10 into Retribution for the extra attack power from Might and pairing with weapons, with your two-handed weapons. So, you know, you get the extra attack power, you get the extra parry with your sword or warhammer or axe, whatever the fuck you're using. And then the rest of it's into Holy, which pumps out your heals. And theoretically, this should work. So the way I'm gonna do it is I'm probably gonna focus on my defense at first. So I'll get my Devotion Aura to 5. I'll get my toughness from items to 5. That'll max out protection. Then I'll switch to Retribution. I'll do the 5 into improved might, which gives me a lot of attack power. And then I'll do the 5 into my parry, which gives me an extra 5% chance to parry with weapons. Two-handed weapons. I think it better be two-handed weapons. It better not be fucking one, because Retribution's all about the two-handed weapons. So obviously, two-handed weapons can parry. So I'll do that. So I'll get my attack power and parry up. Then I'll start funneling all of my talents into Holy, which start off with my strength, intellect, builds that up, and so on and so forth until I get to level 60s when I get my shock. So, and Paladins only get single target heals. They don't get AoEs, so there's that. And I was going to go human because humans have the extra intellect and extra spirit. This was before I found out that shields are kind of off the table for me at the moment. So this is going to be more of a strength, stamina build. So since it comes down to strength and stamina, I'm probably going to switch from human to dwarf. Dwarves have higher HP, they got higher strength and higher stamina and higher defense armor value. So it kind of makes sense for me to go dwarf in this case. And their mana isn't as much, but we'll make do. I got mana regeneration abilities like improved Blessing of Wisdom and Seal of Wisdom, which I can pop on and get my mana back. So, I mean, and if I gotta switch between Blessing of Might and Blessing of Wisdom to get mana back, well, so fucking be it. Whatever. It is what it is. I'll just have to figure out if I ever need mana back, I just have to switch to my blessings. It depends on the type of fight, I guess. But I can also pop Seal to get Seal of Wisdom to get mana back, but Blessing of Wisdom kind of helps. Yeah. So this is gonna be a crazy hybrid class, but I'm gonna link the build down below in the description. This is the first time I've attempted this. I don't know if anybody's attempted it before. And like I said, there's going to be some massive restrictions on this. No grouping with anybody unless they are hardcore, I believe. And no running dungeons at all either unless you're doing it once. And you can only do it once with hardcore people. See what I mean? There's a lot of rules to this. So this is taking Soul of Iron to a brand new fucking level. This is nuts. Okay, you see my last series, hopefully you watched it, on my fire mage. It was just me leveling in classic. I deleted her. You know what, it was fun and all, but you know, it is what it is. You finished it, you whatever. This is a whole new fucking level, guys. Whole new fucking level. And at any point, if I die, say I'm 53, I maxed out professions, I did my quests, I got amazing gear, talents are all, you know, up to date, and I'm doing good, and I do something stupid and I die, that's it. Delete. Can't do it anymore. I mean, sure, you could keep the character, but what's the point? You know? You won't make it into the Hall of Heroes. You won't finish Soul of Iron. You're done. That's it. There's no point. Delete. Death equal delete. One life, guys. Blizzard kind of made it more official with the Soul of Iron challenge, which system will know if you died because you won't be able to do it again. This is a one-shot deal. You have to do the whole thing in one shot, which means you have to be very fucking careful. So I'm probably going to be using bow and arrows to pull from long range, so I don't, you know, fuck myself over. So I'll be using bow and arrows as a fucking paladin for pulling. We're going to be using everything to our advantage. We're going to be using sharpening stones. We're going to be using I think there's some belt buckle things for their extra armor on your belt. I don't know if that's like a later expansion or not. We're going to be using everything to our advantage. Potions. We're going to be carrying potions on us. We're going to be carrying probably mana potions. We're going to be carrying health potions. We're going to be carrying food. We're going to be carrying, you know, stuff we need to survive. Wood to cook, fishing, cooking up fish. You know, we're going to be we're going to be carrying arrows for ammunition. We're going to be doing a lot, guys. We're going to be doing a lot. This is pretty serious business. And I got into contact where I found the guy, I think his name's Cargos. He's doing a thing. I don't know what server it's on. This is all going to be going down on November 16th, by the way. Found the guy who's putting the challenge called Road to Ragnaros together. He's a hardcore player, always has been a hardcore player. His name's Cargos. I think he's completed the achievement once before. He's in the Hall of Legends. He's putting together a thing called Road to Ragnaros. And basically what that is, it's... Okay, so everything that I just said... Okay, well, add that, but also incorporate the fact that they're going to attempt a Molten Core raid on one life. On one fucking life. So everything that I just said... Okay... Like I said, they can't use the auctionist. They got to go in with crafted gear and all this shit and whatever. And basically, all the rules that I just said apply. Plus, they're going to go into Molten Core in a 40-man raid and raid the fucking thing and kill Ragnaros on one life. And now I should mention that the Classic Fresh servers, they made the raid encounters harder than normal Classic. So basically, the raid bosses on Classic were set to a certain hardness, right? Or difficulty. Classic Fresh increased it because the community is like really knowledgeable and they're really good. Like they've had like 15 years to perfect their builds, all this shit. So they're, you know, everybody's like crazy good. Blizzard incorporated that into this, and now they've made everything harder. So, I'm going to try and find out what server these guys are playing on. Hopefully they're playing Alliance, because I want to play Paladin. I'm going to join these guys, and we're going to do well, I work a lot, so I mean, I'm gonna try and make as much time as I can for this. Endwalker got delayed, by the way. It's delayed 2 weeks. So the time that I booked off, I think it's November 18th till whenever. It's 2 weeks I booked off. Won't be playing Endwalker because it got delayed. But it's just funny that on the 16th that this Classic Fresh comes out. So it's kind of ironic, right? It's like, oh, I booked off time for this game, but it got delayed. But oh, hey, look, hardcore on fucking WoW. So I kind of lucked out because I'd rather play hardcore on WoW. You know, Endwalker is just more of a storyline. You know, lay back, watch the story. It's almost like watching a movie. Hardcore WoW, you pull your fucking hair out. Just, you know, you're stepping on eggshells every time you make a fucking move because you don't know if it's going to kill you or not. So, you know, it's a lot more stressful, I guess you could say, but it's more rewarding too if you can pull it off. So anyways, I'm going to get into contact with these guys. Well, I already am. We haven't figured out the server that it's being played on yet because WoW hasn't released the server information. They, however, have released name registration, so I haven't figured out a name for my guy yet. I'm not going to be playing a female because if I'm playing a dwarf, I'm sorry, but the females are fucking ugly. The female dwarves are fucking ugly as fuck. So, no thanks, I'll be playing a male character. I love playing female characters, but I'm sorry, but when it comes to dwarves, no, it's gonna be a guy. So, sorry. I was looking forward to making a human female paladin, but if we're going HP, stamina, armor, strength, you know, and I think the dwarves also get something called Iron Skin, which even makes them invulnerable for like 3 seconds or something, so that's fucking good, right? Their mana isn't as great, but we're gonna increase our intellect and through talent. I think you can get extra 5% intellect through this one talent, and the gear that I can make through crafting or blacksmithing, not a lot of it's intellect, so that could be an issue. So I don't think our intellect's gonna be that big, so we're gonna have to be very careful with our healing. Like we're gonna have to heal when we can or when we have to, and if we need to regenerate mana, I'm gonna have to pop over to Blessing of Wisdom. I'm gonna take a talent to improve it, and I'm gonna have to switch to Seal of Wisdom to also gain mana back per hit if I'm fucked on mana. However, if I'm in a fight where my mana is fine, I'll probably do Blessing of Might for the increased attack power, and I'll pop on another DPS seal. I'm not 100% familiar with all the seals. I've just been using Seal of Wisdom for mana to get mana regeneration, but if I'm fine in a fight, I'll probably use like a DPS seal or something. There's a life stealing seal too. I might look into that a little bit, but I'd probably try a DPS seal with my two-handed sword. So we'll see. I'm about home. I'm gonna fool around with some of this shit at home and try and figure it out. But yeah, that's essentially what I'm gonna try and do. I don't know if they're gonna allow me into the Ragnaros raid like that, as a fucking, you know, half-assed healer, kind of half-assed tank with, you know, increased armor but no shield, but half-assed red with parry and attack power DPS, like sort of like an all-around shaman, just in plate gear, I guess. I think it's going to be a very well-versed character that can do a lot. But when it comes to raiding, I don't know. Like, I think my survivability is going to be very, very good. But raiding-wise, I don't know. I mean, I can back up heal. I don't know if I can back up tank without a shield, even though I've got parry and increased armor and all that. I don't know. I can back up heal and I can DPS, but tanking could be iffy. I can tank probably lower level shit, but when it comes to these big motherfuckers in Molten Core, I probably won't attempt it. I'll probably kind of just do backup healing and, you know, have to pop on mana regeneration from time to time. Switch to DPS. Kind of switch back and forth between regeneration and DPS. But tanking, I think the only way you're going to be able to tank is if you have a shield. And I guess if you want to run dungeon, well, you can only run dungeons once, but I don't know how you're going to get good shields. Like, if these hardcore people are going to run Molten Core and they're going to look for a hardcore tank, well, I don't know how you're going to get a shield. You can't use the Auction House. Maybe if you find one, if you're lucky, but I don't know, because you can't make one. Right? You can't make one. You can only run a dungeon once, so where the fuck are you gonna get a shield from? You're gonna get a white shield? You're gonna go into Molten Core with a fucking white shield? Good luck. Fuck that. You're going. If our tank's wearing a fucking white shield, I ain't fucking running Molten Core. Fuck that shit. You shove it right up your fucking ass. I ain't doing it. But yeah, the fact that blacksmithing, you know, doesn't incorporate shields into it is fucking retarded. I don't understand it. It is what it is. So, anyways, that's where I'm at. That's the build. I'm gonna link the build in the description below. I gotta upload the video first. I gotta upload my other video first. Yeah, so tell me what you think about the build. I'm a little skeptical of it myself, but it's the best thing that I can come up with right now. So on November 16th, I don't know if I'm working that night. If I'm working that night, it'll be the 17th or 18th. I'm off for sure. So in between the 16th and 18th, we're going to start up our Let's Play Season of Mastery, or no, Let's Play Soul of Iron. I think that's what I'm going to call it. Our Let's Play Soul of Iron, because essentially that's what it is, Soul of Iron. But we're going to go one step further and try and go down into the Hall of Legends. So, like I said, you can complete Soul of Iron, no problem. However way you want to do it, just don't die. But if you want to go down to the Hall of Legends, there are certain rules you have to follow. So, yeah. I think we're gonna try that. So if I could use the Auction House, maybe get some shields, I might do the 3318 build. But since I'm gonna go down to the Hall of Legends, I can't make fucking shields. I'm gonna have to tweak it a little bit. And honestly, you know what? I think I prefer this build anyways. I think I'd rather use a two-handed. It's going to make for an interesting build, that's for sure. So, anyways, I've rambled on long enough. I think this is it's a 33-minute video. I've rambled on long enough. So, this will be my final vlog for now. And I will see you guys all on November either 16th or 17th or 18th for sure. Because that's when my holidays start for 2 weeks. I will see you then. And I will... and our struggle for survival will begin. Alright guys, it should be entertaining. I hope I make it to 60. I'm gonna follow all the rules, and hopefully we go down to the Hall of Legends. Alright, peace guys, I'll see you then.